In Art Reviews Out of Meteor Part 191, Always Only You. This is part 2 of my review of this romance novel, since there's both significant physical disability and significant autism in this book, so please head to part 1 for the disability conversation. As I said in the other one, this book is a romance between a hockey player and the team's autistic and disabled PR manager. I really liked the physical disability rep. I had a harder time with the autism representation. It wasn't negative or harmful or outdated, and it honestly opened up some conversations in the final act that I've never really seen in media before and really enjoyed having there about burnout and care and lack of resources. So overall, my review is very positive, but the writing of the autism felt very initially clunky in a way that is sort of standard with earlier literary representations of autism from a decade or two ago, which made me nervous that it was going to be outdated throughout because it was written in a way that I naturally associate with outdated texts, even though it was very up to date. It also made the book feel a bit sloggy initially while it got all of its "I'm autistic" in here, so that means for me exposition out of the way. After around the 50-page mark, it settles into the narrative a lot more cleanly, and I was no longer finding myself frustrated with the text, and otherwise, again, really enjoyed reading this book. But if I'm gonna be nitpicky, I would say it was strongest in the moments it wasn't trying to teach the reader about autism and was instead just about the characters at hand who happened to be disabled. But I will also note that the only romance novels I've seen that have completely organically integrated explicit autism into them all came out after this one did, so it feels a bit unfair to compare it in such a way, and this book has more than one autistic character, which adds to that complexity, and I was a huge fan of how it showed different experiences of autism meshing or not meshing. So it isn't my favorite of the autism or disability romance novels, but I got a lot out of it, and I definitely recommend.